Welcome back to our 2014 Town Hall debate. My next question goes out to Mr. Erickson from District 231. If elected president, how do you plan to deal with ISIS?
Well, I'd like to start off by thanking you, Medca, and for District 231 for the question. I don't know if a lot of you guys are aware of the current situation in ISIS, but it's growing and it's becoming a much major problem. Over this weekend, ISIS further advanced their stronghold within Iraq, and very soon they are going to be closing in on Baghdad and the airport that's in Baghdad, and they're also going to be moving in on the Turkish government. And there's a point right now, not necessarily just for me, but for the Obama administration, where we need to decide how we're going to get involved. And right now, all of these missile strikes and with our alliances overseas right now, it's doing something to a certain extent, but it is not deterring ISIS from what they're doing right now. And right now, I think we need to keep doing what we're doing. We need to further strengthen ourselves with European nations and Middle Eastern nations overseas, and we need to continue these airstrikes to try to deter ISIS, but pretty soon there might need to be troops involved if we are to stop ISIS in its full intent.
All right, thank you. Any of the other candidates?
Yes, Zach, about ISIS, going back to the previous debate where you gave the whole sink their whole Navy example.
That was just a metaphor,
if you are elected president, on which day of the presidency will you invade ISIS? The first day, the third day, maybe a week after, so all the festivities settle down? Because what I'm saying
say your question again.
Zach, you're being rude. You had your 2 minutes, and it'd be appreciated if you're respectful and allow me to speak.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat the first part?
It is this. You're looking towards another war in the Middle East. You speak about bringing the power back to the people. That's interesting, because I heard somebody say those words before you. That's right, that was me. And I actually listened to the people. And what the people don't want is another war in the Middle East. How much are you willing to spend on ISIS? Are you looking more for $820 billion, like we did in Iraq, or a more conservative $750 billion, like we have in Afghanistan? How many children do you want to kill because of another war? How many families do you want to tear apart? How many cities do you want to decimate?
Thank you for your comment, Yakub. You talked a lot about children and cities are going to be coming down
yes,
and all this stuff.
Victims of warfare.
Wait, I gave you your chance, now give me my chance. Okay. So what you're saying is you support ISIS going into these other nations, such as Turkey. They're closing in on Iraq.
I don't support another war
Yakub,
in the Middle East, Zach.
Please let me finish.
Drag the people into another war.
Mr. Erickson, please finish your thought.
Yes, I don't understand how this is not involving the American people, because pretty soon when they take control of these airports and these governments, it's going to become a world problem. And what did you do? You sat back and you watched as ISIS did this.
Absolutely.
And you're saying this, the children aren't going to be killed and cities aren't going to be torn down. That's going to happen anyway, with or without involvement. And it's about stopping this now.
So how many lives, American lives, do you want to lose
can you please let
for
me
another
finish?
war in the Middle East, Zach? Because
right now it's a bonfire, and pretty soon it's going to be a wildfire.
But you're not addressing why are we going into the Middle East again?
We're moving on. Our next question goes to Ms. Fosa. Currently, there are people who go to college, graduate, and still can't find jobs. If you get elected president and everyone goes to college, what sort of guarantee exists that everyone will be able to find a job based on their education level?
Well, as I've said before, the most important thing is education. And I'd also like to thank the district for the question. But right now, it's not required that everyone goes to college. And if I'm president, it's not required either. The military is still an option. You can go right into the workforce if you would like to. We just want to make it an option. Because right now, it's not an option for a lot of people based on funding and based on an economic standpoint. But the best way to make it so that everyone will be competitive is if you give them the tools to succeed.
Thank you. Any other candidates have anything to add?
Yes, yeah. Talia, can you please elaborate to the American people, because in your platform you state that you will secure jobs for people with majors such as in music and in history, and now you're telling the American people that you aren't going to guarantee these jobs for them. And it seems like you were lying in your platform, and I would like you to just please elaborate on that.
As I said before, you can't guarantee everyone to have a job.
But you did in your platform.
What we want in our platform, we're making it so that everyone will have the opportunity to get a job. And we want to make sure that the option is available for whatever job you want. And we're promoting getting a job and promoting working and promoting benefiting the society.
But we can all sit up here and say we promote that. You said in your platform that you will guarantee jobs for these people, and now you're turning around and saying that you can't.
And how are you going to guarantee free colleges? You say you want free universities, but where is that money coming from? The tuition costs are there because they go towards the college. They make the college, it goes towards the funding of the college. It makes the
Right now, we pay
education
taxes as a public school for going to Elgin High School, and that's what we want to broaden that and make it so that everyone can go to public college and use those funds for public college as well.
So how much are you increasing taxes by?
We want to create a flat tax rate so that it's not just the 1% who benefits from taxes, and we're advocating for the 99%.
Thank you, candidates. My last question before closing statements goes out to Mr. Patel. This is from multiple citizens, and the question is, how exactly will American citizens wake up in a new Bugatti?
Okay, well, I have to thank the district. So obviously you've been seeing our posters around the school. Basically, a Bugatti we're not actually going to give everyone Bugattis. It's just going to be a symbol. It's a symbol of the wealth we're going to bring to the economy. Okay? Bugattis are really expensive. I don't know how he would be able to give it to everyone, but the Bugatti is like a metaphor to show how much wealth we're going to bring to the economy by making it boom again. So we're going to strengthen our economy by creating more jobs, like I said before, investing in growing industries such as construction, health, and social assistance. We're also going to strengthen the middle class, which makes this nation grow.
All right, thank you. We will now take a short commercial break.
I'm Ms. McGuire. I am Mr. Sitter's student teacher for the civics classes. I have 4 of them, so it's been good to see all 4 classes reacting to these debates.
So in your opinion, who would you say the strongest candidate is?
As of right now, I believe that Zach Erickson is the strongest candidate. He is very confident in his answers, he is prepared, he speaks professionally, and he sounds like he has a well-rounded platform.
Okay. How do you think the election's been affecting the civics kids?
The civics classes have been gaining a lot of good knowledge from these debates. It's a great way to implement everything we've been talking about in terms of the Constitution and learning the articles and learning about our rights as people, especially with the right to vote. It's a great way for them to understand that the civics class is trying to prepare them for adulthood past high school.
And then what's your overall general impression?
It's very well put together. We love watching the commercials in class. We love seeing the debates in class. And I think that we've got a good group of candidates. It's going to be hard for them to choose which one will be the best president.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.